Well, it's morning of day 3 on our 50-50-50 challenge at 50 years old. We've completed the bike and we've done about 5 miles into the paddling. We camped last night in this beautiful spot. You can see behind me, but the sun is rising. There's my kayak and Avalanche's kayak. So we're about to get started on the day. Should be a beautiful day, but as Avalanche said, there's a little red in the sky on the sunrise, which means maybe some rain coming. What is that song by Red Skies at Night? Oh, I'll have to look it up. It just pops in my head. What is the name of that band? Anyway, let's get started and have a good day. I think that's an eagle. It's a huge bird, and it's flying this way. It's flying toward my kayak. It's sitting up in a tree, and I'm gonna head toward it and see if he'll fly off. Yeah. In fact, there's a thing at the Land Between the Lakes at the Welcome Center talked about eagles, viewing eagles and stuff. Yeah. It could be just a big hawk. Oh my gosh, it's flying off. Wow, that's a big bird. It didn't let me get too close to it, and it's flying back to the trees. I don't know if I was able to capture that or not. I saw something that looked like an eagle, and I'm pretty sure it was an eagle, just flying over the trees off to the shoreline. And then I got closer, and then there was another one. I think I got it on film. I hope I did, and I think that was an eagle. It sure was a massive bird. I mean, I guess it could be an egress, but it didn't look like that. It looked like what I have seen in pictures as an eagle. But what do I know? I'm no bird expert. It was beautiful though, whatever it was. Hopefully I got close enough to show it to you. Let's keep paddling. I think we got 25 miles today. So what do I worry about today? I worry about my shoulders, my arms. I worry about cramping in my feet and legs. I worry about flipping this boat. That's the biggest thing I worry about. I mean, this boat is great, I love it, but it is not quite as stable as I would like it to be. I guess you give up some stability when you have speed. But I feel good right now anyway. I'll tell you how I feel after 25 miles though. So it's 8:30 and we've done about 5 3/4 miles. Our navigator, Avalanche, is pointing out a lot of the bays and islands that we're going past. What's interesting is we are way out off the shoreline. I don't know if you can see it behind me, but even as far out as we are, you can almost get stuck here. Avalanche has those pedals that go lower than the boat, and you have to be careful about getting stuck out here. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're heading into some clouds. I hope that those clouds aren't rain clouds. Sometimes it rains, part of the adventure. I'll let you know when we get to lunch. Oh yeah. there's always something that you don't think about in some adventure trip like this. And for me, this time it was the wind. We just went through, I couldn't record it, but we just went through this major wind event that pushed the kayak just every which way. It was hard for me to stay straight. Luckily the wind has died down. In fact, the wind is behind me and pushing the kayak, so it's giving me a little boost. I like that. But for a minute there, I thought I was gonna flip. These kayaks are very long and narrow, and so it doesn't take much to flip them if you're not stable. But we're doing well now. Wind's died down, and we'll try to see if we can make the turn at the top of Lake Barkley, go through the channel into Lake Kentucky. And I understand that we'll be paddling against the river or lake up there. Well, part of the adventure. We made it to our break for this morning. This old cemetery and campground? Cemetery and campground? I think that's what it is. Not sure I would want to camp with a bunch of dead people. They have a latrine or a bathhouse, so that was nice to be able to go to the restroom. And now we'll just take a little break and stretch our legs and then get back on the lake and paddle a good bit more before the end of this. Avalanche is down by the launch. He got stuck in some of this shallow water. Well, we've hit another wind event, and at some points it starts white capping. And when it does, it gets me a little nervous. Anxiety starts to kick up because it is a long way to swim to that shoreline, and the temperatures in the, oh geez, upper 40s. That water is going to be freezing, and I don't know how long you can stay without hypothermia in that kind of water. The wind is just pushing those waves over me. I think we'll be fine. I just gotta try to stay stable with the paddle. I see this water tower that I've been seeing in the distance. Whoa. And every time I see it, I think that's where I want to be, because that means we're turning around Lake Barkley and moving toward Lake Kentucky. I think I got to turn this off. The water's really, oh, it's really white capping here. All right, keep moving.
Fixing to crash into me.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's okay, I got it all on video.
We saw this building over here to the right, and we think it's a federal prison. And Avalanche and I were talking about how I don't think the guards in that sniper tower are worried about the backside. Somebody wants to try to escape and get in this water. Good luck. We stopped to get some lunch on the paddling trail. We're somewhere between Lake Barkley and Lake Kentucky. We've got to make a parallel trip for about 10 miles to get to Lake Kentucky and then go through a channel. And where we stopped, as we've seen everywhere, there's all these shotgun shells. Shotgun shells everywhere. There's a lot of ducks out here, and I think people get in these little hunting blinds and shoot ducks. I mean, there's just shells all the way down. I don't know why they can't pick them up, but anyway, they're everywhere. So we'll get a little tortilla and peanut butter, little chocolate M&Ms, and some breakfast essentials and coffee. I like that cold sludge through the day. And then we'll get moving again. Hopefully get this most of this 50 miles out of the way. We're in the channel between Lake Barkley and Lake Kentucky. The wind is pretty rough. It's created some little waves. Probably couldn't see it in the video, but over to our right, way in the distance, is a big barge. And Avalanche said that will produce some massive waves. So if it does, I gotta figure out a way to turn into them. It's gotten significantly cooler as the sun went in the clouds. Maybe even the threat of rain. So just got to get used to that. Maybe even put a rain jacket on and put up all my electronics so that they don't get wet. We'll see. Got one of my suckers. Got it down pretty small so that I can breathe now. So I'll sit here and tell y'all this as I'm got it in my mouth. The ducks are everywhere in the land between the lakes. I kept seeing duck blinds everywhere on the side and I thought, why are there so many duck blinds? Well, because there's so many ducks. They're everywhere. I can't get close enough to them to film them flying away, because as soon as you get anywhere close, they jump up, because I guess they're so scared of all the hunters. But I don't have a gun. All I've got is a paddle. We have made it to the channel at the top of Lake Barkley, heading over to Lake Kentucky. Super excited to be here and to feel like we've made it, I don't know, 28, 29 miles so far. We've got about an hour left of sunlight, but we're trying to just make as many miles as we can today so we don't have to make those miles tomorrow. My feet are frozen. They're icicles right now. When I got out at lunch, they never dried, so my feet are just frozen. It's gonna be dark and we're gonna get to a shoreline, hopefully find a campsite and just get some sleep so we can get up early tomorrow and finish the kayaking. Thank you guys for sticking with me on this 50-50-50. This has been so much fun. It's getting about that time where we're gonna try to find a campsite somewhere along the way. To my left, to your right, is the land between the lakes. We're on top of it, basically, in the northern part. And then we will head south and start the trek back down to the other side of land between the lakes, where Avalanche's boat trailer and truck are, and that's where we'll get out there. Avalanche, you all right?
Everything's good.
We are hanging in there. Two old guys trying to do a 50-50-50. Well, it's dark. It's everybody's in our tents, and Avalanche and I both cooked our meals, and it's getting about that time. We paddled for a long time today. It was great, but it was very tiring, and I still feel the ocean or lake, like I feel like I'm still rocking on those little waves. But it was a good time. A lot of good paddling. We got to camp, and as soon as it got dark, something was moving around. I thought it was running at us through the woods. And so I got Avalanche up. He was talking on the phone, got him up, and we were looking around. We don't know what it was, but it sounded heavy. So hopefully that won't come back tonight. Let me show you what we're doing tomorrow. Hope you see the map, but we started down here, and we have paddled all the way up here, and then we paddled through this area here, and then we went through this little channel here, and then we got down to about right here. That's where we are tonight. Tomorrow we've got probably 18 miles left to go all the way down here to that bridge. Then that's where we're camping tomorrow night before we start the third leg of this 50 miles of hiking. All right, see you guys in the morning.